Hello and welcome to Studio 415. On today's show, you'll hear an update on the plans for this year's graduation ceremony. You'll see how one elementary teacher has adapted to teaching music during the pandemic. And the next charter challenge has short students facing off in a slam dunk contest. All of that and more coming up next.
There will be a graduation ceremony of some kind this year.
Ooh, let's see what he's trying. Ooh, that was actually double clutch there. I like that.
As music teachers, we had to figure out some different things to do, like bucket drumming.
Hello and welcome to Studio 415. I'm Daisy MACIAS. As the end of the year approaches, many students are wondering what graduation will look like this year. However, a lot is still unknown for the class of 2021 ceremony. Studio 415 reporter David Burdan has more on the story.
After talking to the decision makers in charge of graduation, plans are beginning to move forward, although many things are still subject to change.
About a year ago, the COVID-19 pandemic caused Carroll High School to switch up its approach to after-school activities and events. Big events such as prom and sporting events took a big hit, and many had to get canceled. However, graduation was an exception, and the ceremony of 2020 did take place under heavy social distancing restrictions, with no one except graduates being allowed to attend. This year, Carroll is hoping that restrictions will be lightened and visitors will be allowed into the ceremony at the Coliseum. The ceremony and the rehearsal have been moved to the same date this year, with both of them taking place on June 6th. Students are going to attend rehearsal about 12:30, while the actual ceremony will be starting at 3. CHS Principal Brandon Bidding wants to ensure that the school is working very hard to make graduation as normal as possible while following all the guideline changes.
We're going to do everything we can to provide as close to a normal ceremony as we can. We want it to be a meaningful ceremony for students and families, and so we're going to do our very best to follow the guidelines that we're working under and put that on, out there for them.
Since guidelines are subject to change at any moment, the planning for the ceremony can be challenging at times. Class sponsors Sherry Shade and Miranda Kuhn are in charge of planning the rehearsal and getting everything set up for graduation. Working alongside Bidding, Shade believes the biggest challenge is planning ahead for something that is still unknown.
We're planning for something that may or may not happen the way that we're planning for, and then just being ready to change if need be.
Going forward, the school is encouraging the class of 2021 students to keep in touch with their guidance counselors and check their email regularly for updates on graduation.
Although a lot is still unknown and plans can change at any moment, CHS is hopeful to give students a memorable graduation experience this year. For Studio 415, I'm David Burdan.
Many classes and programs in the NACS district have had to adapt to COVID-19 guidelines. In response, school bands have had to take innovative steps to adhere to these constraints. In my story, I take a look at Oakview Elementary and their band's creative solution to keep music alive in the classroom. This school year's COVID-19 restrictions has forced the traditional elementary band curriculum to be modified. As singing and dancing is not an option for teachers while inside the classroom, Oakview Elementary music teacher KRISTEN LEMLEY found an alternate solution.
Once I saw that I needed to still fit these standards in somehow, I thought, well, what if we do bucket drumming? So we tried it, and it was a real success, and the kids really took off, and they've just been great.
After reaching out to Home Depot, LEMLEY received a donation of 25 buckets for her 5th grade students. To ensure that each band member had an instrument, she also invested her own time to pick up buckets from other stores. To enter the students' performance into the Foundation of Music and Art and Education Festival, LEMLEY chose a song for her students to bucket drum to. They began practicing to Owl City's When Can I See You Again, to be recorded and submitted to the festival. This shift from the conventional curriculum has given students a new way to shine.
I think they just feel like they're kind of rock stars, so they've really enjoyed it a lot more than I even expected.
After seeing this positive reaction from her 5th graders, LEMLEY plans to continue bucket drumming lessons for her future classes. Oakview student Olive Russell expresses the benefit in practicing rhythm as a collective group.
And you can learn quicker if you're listening to what other people are doing too, so it's easier with our growth in music.
The unique teaching format has also given the 5th graders an opportunity to develop their musical reading skills.
Because when we do it, there's a whole huge screen up, and you know what's going to be like 10 notes ahead, what's going to be 5 notes ahead.
If you would like to see the performance by these Oakview 5th graders, head to the NACS homepage or Carroll High School TV Department's YouTube channel. For Studio 415, I'm Daisy MACIAS. With basketball and gymnastics bringing an end to the winter sports season, Carroll athletes are now focusing on the upcoming spring season. Studio 415 reporter Trace MUYLLE takes a closer look at how the track and field teams are springing into action.
After a rough end to the season last year, the Carroll's boys track team is back and ready to run. For many sports this year, COVID-19 has been a huge inhibitor of the sport. From athletes getting quarantined to having to wear masks at practice, the pandemic has made it difficult to have a normal season. Senior track athlete Brendan Klug believes it is up to the seniors to motivate and make the best out of their final season.
Yeah, we all felt like our season got robbed last year, kind of, so we're all coming together and just trying to make this the best season that we can, try to motivate and, like I said, lead by example, do the right thing, all that stuff.
Another factor that has had a large effect on the season has been the building of a new stadium. While this will bring a new track to the school in the future, for now there is no track for the athletes to run on. Luckily, Carroll Middle has allowed the team to practice there. For most, this has not been more than a minor inconvenience, but senior track athlete Mason Smith believes it can have a larger effect on some underclassmen.
So every day, or every other day, we have to either drive or walk to Carroll Middle School. So it's not a huge problem for me because I can drive, but all the underclassmen, they all have to walk, and sometimes it's pretty cold out.
Despite all these issues, boys track and field head coach Luke Miller has similar expectations as seasons prior.
So our team goals in both our cross-country programs and track and field for the boys is to just maximize our potential. And that includes competing at our highest level at the end of the year, so at the sectional, regional, and hopefully state meets. So as long as the boys run the best that they can, that's really our ultimate goal.
While the boys track team is looking to have a successful season, there's another team trying to make a run.
The girls track and field team is also preparing to have the best season possible. With the pandemic shutting down last year's track season, senior athletes have had only 2 seasons under their belt. Despite this, girls track and field head coach Phil Yoder believes that one problem they won't have this season is leadership.
We got some great senior girls. The senior distance girls are good. Riley Schatz, she'll be the leader of the sprint squad. There's girls that are excited to have a track season, so I think leadership won't be an issue with those girls.
While leadership has not been an issue, the coronavirus has had its effect on the season. While in past years, it's been easy for teams to feel close and build relationships, athletes have to try harder this season to connect with others. Senior track athlete Zoe Duffus is positive this team can be as connected as years past.
I think it's felt pretty similar as of other years. It's kind of hard with COVID just because we have to be a little bit separated. So I wish that we could all be together all the time to make it feel 100% like a team atmosphere, but for the circumstances, it's definitely felt like a close-knit group.
After having success in their first 2 meets, the boys and girls track teams are starting out on the right foot and looking to continue their success. For Studio 415, I'm Trace MUYLLE.
Spring break is behind us and summer is on our mind. Weather specialist Trace MUYLLE is joining us now to tell us if we have a warm-up coming.
Thanks, Daisy. As we take a look at the nation as a whole, there will be some rain and thunderstorms throughout the south in Louisiana and Mississippi and into Alabama. In the northern part of the United States, there will be some snow and possible ice in North Dakota and into Wisconsin. Looking closer at Indiana, it looks like most of the rain will miss us this week. We might see small amounts of rain in southern cities like Evansville, but in Fort Wayne, it looks like we'll be mostly clear. The temperature will start to slowly climb this week as Tuesday has a high of 63 and a low of 36. Wednesday will drop a bit with a high of 51 and a low of 35. Thursday will start that climb back up with a high of 54 and a low of 34. Friday is looking like a great start to the weekend with a high of 59 and a low of 38. Saturday and Sunday look very similar as they both have highs of 61 and a low at 40 and 39. That's all I have for the week. Now back to Daisy at the news desk.
Thanks, Trace. NEWMAN has another Charger challenge for us this week. Today, students under 6 feet tall compete in a slam dunk contest.
Welcome to Season 4, Week 10 of the Charger Challenge. I'm your host, Andy Newman, and today we're going to have 3 contestants in a short man dunk contest 2.0. All to win incoming stick bug with the oh my God! Did he break the cup? No! It's okay. It's kind of broken.
Hi, my name's Weber Mitchell. I went to Cedar Can Elementary, and I'm going to win this because I was trained by the stick bug stanger.
Hi, I'm MALACHI DOXSEE. I went to Cedar Canyon Elementary. I'm going to win this Charger challenge because physically I'm 5'6", but when I stand on my money, I'm 6'6".
I'm Spencer Felger. I went to Perry Hill Elementary School, and I'm going to win because I have an 80-inch vertical.
All right, up first we have Malachi DOXSEE. Malachi, you ready for your first dunk attempt? Yep. Go right ahead, sir. Ooh, I like it. Some speed. Ooh, that was actually insanely nice. Ooh, okay. I like what I'm seeing, Malachi.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Weber, you're up with your first dunk. You ready? Go right ahead, sir. Malachi did really well this time. Let's see how well Weber does. Ooh, behind the back. I enjoyed it, but not as good as Malachi's, I don't think. All right, Spencer, up first. Are you ready, sir? Go right ahead. With the dunk. Ooh, that was actually okay. That was all right. Go right ahead, sir. Ooh. Let's see what he's trying. Ooh, that was actually double clutch there. I like that.
Okay.
For my next dunk attempt, I'll be jumping over the Jackson Stanger.
Nice run up there. Oh, he got stuffed by the rim. He got stuffed by the rim. Oh, Weber.
He tried. He attempted.
When you try Go right ahead. Let's see what Spencer has to offer here. Trying to dunk from the free throw line. Got stuffed. Got stuffed. You are not Michael Jordan, dude.
I'm still Michael Jordan at my heart.
Malachi is so far in the lead. If he just dunks this thing, he essentially has it in the bag. Oh! That was so nice. Woo.
No one did it. That power, that height, the versatility. It was just too much. Good dunk. Too much.
All right, Weber, you have essentially no way of winning, and Malachi has basically won this thing. We're going to let you try it on the cool dunk with stick. Just go right ahead, sir. Stick throwing it from uptown. Oh, that was actually almost really cool. Still lost, but almost really cool.
Gage didn't want to be that guy.
I didn't want to be that guy.
I'll give him points for creativity.
Honestly.
Very creative. I liked it. Didn't work. I liked it.
All right, Spencer up with his final dunk. You essentially have no way of beating Malachi, but now you're going to dunk over him? What are you doing? All right, let's just see if it happens. Going up and over. Oh, that was actually not too bad.
That was pretty nice. I like what I saw. And he's Dwayne Wade.
I'm not Dwayne. Hey, at least I'm in the NBA.
Not anymore, you're not. Not anymore, you're not. So.
Charger Challenge! After the challenge, your winner is Malachi DOXSEE. Malachi, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
Spencer, how do you feel?
You know, I feel like he definitely could have done better. I've seen better days, but congratulations, Malachi. Thank you.
Weber, how do you feel? You were the one who orchestrated this whole thing, and I kept telling you that we weren't going to do this for like years, but we did it, finally, and you lost in last place. How do you feel?
Short.
He does feel short. Here, take the mic. I'm going to dunk on you.
Sounds good, Andy.
Ooh. This is for you, America. Jesus. That's it.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. If you have a story you'd like us to cover, please let us know. For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great day, Carroll.
With me, Studio